What's up guys, TG back with another video recapping the 100 Season 7 Episode 5, Welcome to Bardo. I'll be separating the present day Sanctum storyline and the Anomaly one in this video because the storylines don't mix in this episode. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy, and let's get into the episode. The episode starts off in Bardo right after Octavia and Dioza have been taken there from Skyring. Octavia puts up a fight and tries to escape, eventually making it to what she thinks is the outdoors. She starts running and hits into a magnetic field and is stopped. She wasn't really outside, it was a facility designed to look like it was the outside. Octavia is taken by the disciples to the MCAP room, which stands for memory capture. They strap her down to a chair, and their goal is to learn everything about her using technology that can read her memories. Their reasoning for this is because they have no idea how Octavia got the Skyring, or penance as they call it. They want to know how she got there and how many other people that she's with. The man in charge of getting Octavia's info is named Levitt, and he's instructed by a man named Anders. Octavia tries to put up resistance, but Levitt is able to read some of her memories, and we see people such as Bellamy, Clark, and even Lincoln. Levitt eventually sees Hope on Skyring. Octavia tells him that if he leaves Hope out of his report, she'll cooperate and tell him everything he wants to know. Levitt agrees and continues to read her mind, and now she doesn't fight it. He becomes really intrigued and even cheers when Octavia kills Pike. Then someone comes into the room in the anomaly gear and holds a knife to Levitt's throat. Octavia thinks it's Dioza, but it is actually Hope, all grown up. This is right after Deb dies and Hope jumps through the bridge into Bardo. The three of them then go to the Bardo anomaly stone to send Octavia back home to Sanctum. Levitt tells Hope to give Octavia her helmet because without it, Octavia will forget everything from the moment she entered the anomaly due to time dilation, but Hope needs the helmet so she can become invisible. Levitt grabs a stick and a screen that's old technology that came from the native people of Bardo. It's used to pull people through the bridge. He uses the stick and scans Hope's eyes to capture her brain and the symbols that represent it. He then tattoos those symbols onto Octavia's back. Octavia punches Levitt to make it seem like he didn't help them, and then she jumps through the bridge back to Sanctum. That's where we see her run into Gabriel's arms, which we saw in Season 6. On Bardo, the alarm goes off, and Hope then goes to try and rescue her mom, but we don't know exactly what happens during that mission. All we know is that she failed, because the next time we see her, she is captured. Hope is sent on her mission by Anders to tag Octavia in exchange for her mother's life. Once he sends Hope through, Anders has a man follow her and tells him to keep an eye on her and kill her once her job is completed. That leads to the Season 6 finale, when Hope stabs Octavia and sends her back to Anders. They then send her back to memory capture, and Levitt pays her a visit. He's getting taken off of her case because Anders thinks that he got too close to her. He warns her that if she fights the new person that takes over for him, her brain will hemorrhage. He tells her that she can beat the machine though by focusing on a single thought, such as "I'm not afraid," as Octavia once said as a kid. That's when Anders comes in to reveal that Bellamy is here in Bardo. They are near the anomaly stone, and Bellamy has a knife to someone's throat trying to get Octavia back. Octavia knows that this is a fight that can't be won, and tells Anders that she'll give him everything if he lets Bellamy go back to Sanctum. The anomaly is opened, but then one of the disciples sets off a bomb, and when the fog clears, Bellamy's gone. Cut to present day, and we see Echo, Hope, and Gabriel enter into Bardo and make their way to Octavia. She is back in the memory capture machine, muttering "I'm not afraid" over and over as she was told to. Echo grabs the new person that replaced Levitt and questions him as to where Bellamy is. He shows them a video of the incident, and the assumption is that Bellamy is dead, which we obviously know isn't true. Echo, though, believing that he is dead, then beats the guy and kills him using the little spike on the memory capture machine. She has clearly lost it, and killing him hurt their chances of finding Dioza. Echo screams in rage, and that is the end of the Bardo story for this episode. Back on Sanctum, we first see Indra go to have a meeting with the believers. They want Russell released, and they threat to sacrifice a believer by fire every hour until it happens. Indra refuses the release, and one of the believers sets herself ablaze, resulting in a painful death. Indra then goes to speak to Russell. He claims that he feels awful about what happened, but it is an obvious lie. Murphy states that they should just let the believers all kill themselves, since that would basically solve the problem. As bad as it sounds, that's exactly what was going through my head when the believers said that they were going to be sacrificing themselves. Russell wants to go and talk to them again, but this time they don't trust him, so they send another Prime in his place. Amori is still too sick, so Murphy goes instead. Murphy, pretending to be Daniel, goes to the building where the believers are to talk to them. Murphy was originally going to stay at the door and he wasn't going to enter, but then he saw the believers getting a kid ready to be the next sacrifice. He stormed into the room to stop it, and he tells all the kids to leave the building with him. As they are about to leave, someone shuts and locks the door. It's Zev, who is Daniel's boyfriend. He thinks that it's not really Daniel because he hasn't reached out to him since taking his new body. Zev says to name the 4 pillars of Sanctum to Murphy, which he doesn't know. Trey then does it for Murphy, and Murphy thanks him, except Trey purposely cited them incorrectly, and now they know it isn't Daniel. They knock him down and decide he'll be the next victim. Russell soon enters the room and is furious that the believers doubted Daniel to be a real prime and has him freed. Russell tells them to show me your fealty, kneel or die. Indra recognizes this because it is a statement that Shade has said before. As Russell walks out, Indra says you have a spider on your shoulder in Shrieker, a language that the real Russell Prime would not understand. So when he does look at his shoulder, showing he understood what Indra said, he gives away that he's Shade. This doesn't bother him too much though, because he knows that Indra still can't kill him and can't tell anyone that he's the Dark Commander, not Russell Prime, because it will cause major problems. Indra does do something else though. She has his mind drive removed, meaning that he can never come back once his death happens, and that will be the end of the Dark Commander. And that ends the Sanctum story. That's it for this recap video. I didn't upload the last 2 weeks because I've been busy, but I should be back for the rest of this season. The Anomaly Bardo story just keeps getting better and more interesting, so I'm definitely going to try to make some prediction videos on that soon. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think of Season 7 so far down below.